Today I've got a nice strength and flexibility flow for you. So we're going to be going pretty fast paced. This isn't going to be a long class, hopefully around 45 minutes if I can contain myself. So if you need to take a break at any point, just feel free to pause the video and take a child's pose, whatever you need to do. Maybe get some water. I'll probably be getting water too, because the first part we're just going to keep going through the movements, helping build strength, and then towards the end we're just going to chill and help open up those limbs, make us limber, flexible apes again. Alright, so without further ado, let's begin with our feet crossed. Maybe you want to move the flesh away from your sit bones so you feel more grounded to the mat. Bring your hands outstretched over your knees, just taking a few minutes to get centered on your mat. Taking in a few inhales and exhales. Feeling your stomach expand with each inhale and contract with each exhale. Sitting up tall and straight, roll your shoulders. Starting to open up and become more aware of the shoulder blades. For some reason my shoulders always crunch when I roll them. It's kind of a nasty sound, so it helps to just awaken the shoulders. Maybe roll your head around, making big circles. Keeping your eyes closed here, just to stay centered with yourself. Now come back up. Inhale, sweep your arms up and over your head, palms facing the back of the room, shoulders down and back. Inhale, exhale, clasp your hands, press them up towards the ceiling. Pulling them back, maybe a little bit past your ears if you can. If you can't, it's all good. Just feeling a nice stretch in your shoulders, maybe gaze up. Inhale and exhale, lean to the right, look to your left armpit. Breathing into your side body. Ooh, that's nice. Feeling those ribs expand. Making room for the breath. Inhale, back up. Exhale, other side. Look to the left, lean. Look to the right, lean to the left. Expanding through those ribs. Inhale, back up to center. Slowly press the walls beside you as you bring your hands to heart center. Maybe rotating your body, shaking it out. Wiggling those hands. Rolling your wrists, just coming more aware of your wrists. You're going to be doing some planks and down dogs, and that can cause some wrist irritation. Bring your hands over your head, flick them like you're flicking boogers. Just flick those hands as fast as you can, starting to awaken the muscles of the wrist and the forearm. Nice for us climbers, even though I'm not really climbing much lately. Now bring them down, come out. Inhale and exhale, coming forward for a nice hip opener. Breathing into your hips. Inhale and exhale, walk your hands back up. Now uncross your feet. Find yourself in a tabletop position. Make sure your knees are under your hip bones, your hands under your shoulders. Keep your back flat. Inhale, dropping your tailbone, lifting your head, pulling your shoulder blades back, coming into a cat lift. Or is it a cow lift? I don't know, man. Just come into a lift. And exhale, tuck your tailbone, rolling and pressing into the earth with your hands to lift your shoulder blades up. Exhale, drop it. And inhale, coming up. Exhale, moving at your own pace here. Just starting to open up the spine. And then come back to tabletop. Then press it up into cat. Holding here, keeping that arch in your upper back. So really staying lifted, shoulder blades, really pressing between those shoulder blades, pressing through all four corners of your hands and feet. We're going to go through a breath of fire to help awaken our own inner fire. I'm going to take this damn shirt off because I can't see. Okay. Inhale and exhale forcefully as fast as you can. You want to bring your navel in towards your spine. Hold here. And release. Now, coming back to center, inhale, lift your left leg up, lift your right arm up, keeping your back flat, really pulling in your navel, activating your core. Breathing here. Imagine your muscles wrapping your spine, keeping you strong and lifted. Inhale, bring knee to elbow. Exhale, inhale, knee to elbow, exhale out, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale out, inhale, exhale, hold it here. Now try to grab your left foot with your right hand, pressing foot into hand, creating an arch in your back, a C shape. Look down in front of you and release. Inhale, lift your right leg up, lift your left arm up. Keeping strong and lifted through the spine, pulling in your navel, activating your core muscles. Pressing the wall behind you with your back foot. Inhale and exhale, knee to elbow. Exhale, inhale out, exhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Hold it in. Now, release, grab your right foot with your left hand, pressing foot into hand, creating a nice back bend, nice shoulder and chest opener. And release. Maybe shaking it out here, pressing your hands into the mat, curling your toes under. Make sure your hands are under your shoulders, and you're just going to lift your knees, hovering off the mat. Now walk them back a little bit, keeping your hands in line with your shoulders as you go back. Coming forward, very small movements. You're going to do this 5 times, forward and backwards. Keeping those knees hovering. You really want to activate that lower core. Flat back. The smallest of movements. Knees need to be still under those hip bones, hands under those shoulders. 2 more times. And pause here. Lift your hips up, coming into your first downward facing dog. Just pedaling it out here. Pressing into all four corners of your hands. Extending your fingertips wide. Roll those biceps out so you're pressing in between your shoulder blades. Pressing your heels into the mat. Gaze towards your navel. Breathe here. Then rock forward into a high plank. Rock forward from your heels slightly. Lower into chaturanga. Inhale, coming for an upward facing dog. Exhale, back to plank. Pressing through your upper back. Inhale, exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Come back to plank. 3 more times. Move at your own pace. Upward facing. Plank. Upward facing. Plank. Last time. Really press through that upper spine. Chaturanga, upward facing, plank, hold, downward facing dog. Maybe rotate your wrists a little if you want. Then maybe bring your feet a little bit closer so that your heels can touch the mat. Inhale and exhale, bring your right hand to your left ankle. Feeling a nice stretch here. Really rooting your left hand into the mat. And release. Other side, left hand to right leg. Pulling here, twisting open to your right side. And release. Shake your head out. Inhale, rocking forward to plank. Holding here. Now lift your left leg. Bring knee to left elbow. Hold. And come back to one-legged plank. Knee, chest, hold. Back. Knee to right arm. And back. So we're going to go through that 4 more times. Left. Back, middle, back, right, back. Back, right, back. Last time. And hold your plank. Maybe come back to down dog. If you're a weakling like me, rock forward, other side. Right leg up, right, back, middle, back, left, back. 4 more times. Really hugging that knee as far up as you can go. Last time. Hold. Come to 3-legged dog. Release. Inhale, look to the front of the mat. Bend your knees, step or hop on up. You can hang here. Crossing opposite elbows, letting your neck hang. Maybe shake your head side to side. Nodding yes or no. Maybe sway, releasing that upper back. Bring your hands to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend your knees, rise up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Breathing here, already feeling the fire within you. Maybe extend your hands out beside you, pulling your shoulders down and back, extending strong through your fingertips. Rounding through all four corners of your feet. Feeling your power here. Now inhale and exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep your arms up and over your head. Maybe add a little bit of a back bend here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Hop or step to plank. We're gonna do 5 chaturanga push-ups here. So down, up, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, upward facing, and downward facing dog. Hold here for 5 breaths, pressing your feet into the mat, rooting through the 4 corners of your hands, rolling those biceps out. At the end of your last exhale, look to the front of the mat, bend your feet, hop or step. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart. All right. Now getting right into it, we're going to go through a little flow that my creative mind droned up. Yeah. Inhale, exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, sink it back, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot back, coming into a high lunge. Inhale, sweep your arms up, crescent lunge. Exhale, you're gonna pulse here. 1, 2, 3. Jump up, warrior 3, hands in front of you or to the side. Standing tall, bringing that right foot out, staff pose. Bend the right knee, drop it on top of the left. Drop your right ankle on top of the left knee. Sit down, standing pigeon. Whoa, whoa, oh my. Finding a drishti here. Come out, straighten that left knee. Come back to staff. Very carefully, you're gonna come to a high lunge. So step your right leg back. Planting your hands, step your left leg back to plank. 5 chaturanga push-ups here. Five, hold. Upward facing, downward facing dog. Pedaling it out here. 5 breaths. Look to the front of the mat, bend your knees, step or hop on up. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Moving right into the other side. Inhale, arms up, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, step your left leg back, coming into a high lunge. Inhale, arms up, crescent lunge. Pulse, 1, 2, 3. Up into warrior 3. Arms in front of you or to the side. I'm sorry, I'm like way too far up there. Inhale, foot forward, standing staff. Exhale, bend your left knee, bringing that left ankle right above your right knee, hands to your heart, sinking into standing pigeon. Inhale, straighten, come back to staff. Plant that foot back into a high lunge, step it back to plank. Go through your 5 chaturanga push-ups here if you want. Hold. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe here for 5 breaths. This is a fast-paced class, so if you need to take a child's pose at any point in this practice, go ahead. I won't think less of you. I don't really care. Inhale, look to the front of your mat, and on an exhale, step or hop up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend your knees, chair pose. Exhale, stand up, hands to your heart. I need a tissue actually, so let me come up here and blow my nose. Yay, the joys of awakening your body, that purification, getting that snot out. All right. Okay. Inhale and exhale, hands to your heart. We're gonna go through that same flow a few more times, slowly upscaling and adding on to it. Inhale, arms up, chair pose. Bring your hands to your chest this time. Bring your right elbow over your left knee. Coming in for a twist, maybe extend. Inhale and exhale, come back to the center, other side, left elbow, right knee. Inhale, come back up. And staying in your chair, you're gonna step your left leg back, coming into a crescent lunge. Inhale, 2, 3, pulse, up, warrior 3. Keeping that core engaged. Swing that left leg forward, coming to a staff, bend left knee over right ankle, standing pigeon. Breathing here. If you would like, never mind, hold on. Straighten that right leg, I don't know what I was saying. Arms up, bring that leg this time behind you. As you hinge your hip forward, you're gonna try to grab your left foot with your left hand to come into a dancer pose. Coming forward, opening that chest, and exhale, down. Bring those feet together, hinge forward, step it back to plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, try to come back to chaturanga, downward facing dog. That was a weird little flow. We're just gonna go with it. Inhale, look to the front of your mat, bend your knees, hop on up. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, fold. Inhale, squat down, chair pose. Exhale, straighten your legs, hands to your heart. Other side. Inhale, arms up, chair. Going in for those twists. Right elbow, left knee. Exhale, left elbow, right knee. Come back to chair, staying in your chair. Lift your right leg up, bring it back to a crescent lunge. Hold. Pulse here. 2, 3, up. Whoop. Warrior 3. Heard my hip pop. Keeping your back flat, core engaged. Inhale, pendulum that leg forward. Staff, bend your right knee, ankle above the left knee, standing pigeon. Inhale, straighten. Now send that right leg back, grabbing your right foot with your right hand, reaching the left hand forward, hinging forward into your dancer. And release. Whoop. Coming back down to standing. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, come to plank. Holding it here. Inhale, press back, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up, pressing the left heel into the mat, lifting that right leg as high as you can. Feel a nice stretch in your hamstrings. Inhale, exhale, right foot to the outer edge of your right hand, coming into a lizard. Inhale up, exhale, place it down. Inhale, left leg up, rooting your right heel into the mat, pressing your left heel up. Exhale, left foot, outer edge of your left hand, lizard. Gonna switch it up here. Lift that leg up, place it to the mat. Inhale, right leg up, outer side, pigeon, lizard. Inhale, drop it. Exhale, other side. Moving with your breath. You don't need to go to down dog. You can just go to plank if you want. And just step it back, step it back. It's like a little dance. Two more times on each side. All right, step it to plank. If you need to, press back into downward dog for a quick second. We're gonna do those knee to shoulder, knee to elbow. So inhale, plank, lift your right leg, right elbow, left, right, back. 5 times. Right, back. 3, 4, and 5. Other side, left, right, left, back, left, right, left, back. 3, 4, and 5. Downward facing dog, nicely done. Inhale, forward, bend the knees, step or hop up. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, fold. Inhale, bend your knees, sweep on up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take a couple of breaths here. Finding stillness. On an inhale, you're gonna step your left leg back as far as you can, grounding your left heel, bending that right knee right over your ankle. Open your arms, warrior 2. Make sure your alignment is correct, so your front ankle is in line with the insole of your left foot. Gaze over your right middle finger, sinking deep, pressing through that inner left thigh. Keeping your core engaged, pelvis tucked in. Inhale, sweep that right arm up, reverse warrior. Exhale, come to your side angle. Hand to the mat, pressing shoulder into knee, knee into shoulder. We're gonna flow here, so inhale, back up to warrior 2. Drop it back, reverse. Inhale, exhale, side angle. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale. Letting your breath move you. And exhale, coming back to side angle. Maybe take a bind. Here, dropping your left hand behind your back, right hand under. Gaze up towards the ceiling. If you have a bird of paradise in your practice and you just like to flex on people, maybe you want to learn how. Gaze down at your right foot. You're going to lift your left foot off the mat and place it right in line with your right. So step it up. Inhale, bring your weight to your left foot, standing up slowly. Maybe you want to straighten that right leg. And then exhale, release it back, coming into your bind. Release the hands, warrior two. Straighten that front foot, pretend there's a wedge driving into your right hip, sending your right hand forward, and dropping it down. If you haven't noticed, I'm very bad with directions. It's really difficult to be a yoga teacher and not know your right from your left. But drop it down, send in those hips back. Make sure your booty isn't pointed out to the side, so if it is, bring your hand up further onto a block or maybe your shin. Using your obliques to hold you up. Exhale, pivot your hands back, framing that front foot. Step your back leg in a little bit closer, coming into a pyramid pose. Breathe here for 5 breaths. Sending your right hip back, left hip forward, grounding into that right big toe, help keep you stable. Then when you're ready, bend that front foot. We're going to come straight into our standing splits. Lift left leg up. If you want to challenge, try to grab your ankle with both of your hands. Pulling in. Breathe here. And exhale. Bend the right knee, dropping it back. High lunge. Step your right leg back to meet your left. If you want to do your 5 push-ups here, go ahead. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice. Feel the difference between your left and right legs here. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, bring it forward and drop your right heel down so it's parallel to the short edge of your mat. Use your right hand to pivot you up, warrior two on the other side. Bending knee over ankle. Pressing into the outer edge of your back foot. Engage those inner quads. Gaze out forward. Inhale, sweep your hands up. Reverse warrior. Feel the stretch in your side body. Exhale, forward, dropping that hand, side angle. We're going to flow here for 5 breaths. So inhale, back up. Reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale. Allow your mind to go into that flow state of just existing, moving with your breath, moving with your body. Exhale, drop it back. Side angle, maybe go in for the bind. Stay here if you'd like to try bird of paradise. Look down at your left foot, bring your right foot to meet it at the top of your mat. Bring your weight to your right, stand up. Find your balance, find your drishti. Straighten left leg. Fall into the wall. I'm like making out with the wall here. Yeah, no, not doing it on that side today. But come back into your binded side angle if you're good. Release. Now come back up, warrior two. Straighten that front leg, wedge. is coming for those hips, sending them back, reaching forward. Drop your hand to the shin, to a block, to the mat. Using your obliques to hold you up, stacking both of your shoulders. Gaze up at your top hand. Exhale, windmill your hand down to frame your front foot. Step your back leg in a little bit, finding your pyramid. Inhale, exhale. Right leg, right hip comes forward, left hip goes back. Really feel that stretch in your hamstrings, in your calf. Now bend that left leg. We're gonna come straight up into our standing split. So lift the right leg up as high as you can make it go. Pointing the foot, flexing those toes, maybe grabbing that ankle with your hands, finding your focus point. Inhale, exhale, drop the right foot back into a lunge, step it into plank. Roll over onto your right side, side plank. Maybe stacking the feet, stacking the shoulders, gaze up, lift your left leg, bring it forward, maybe grabbing those toes, and then while you're grabbing those toes, send them back into a lunge, drop the right knee, send those hips down low, chest lifted, inhale, exhale, straighten, leaning out over that foot. Inhale, bend the knee, coming forward. Exhale, straighten back. When you straighten, you're pulling. Imagine you're pulling that hip back into its socket. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, lift that right knee off the mat. Plant your right hand down. Lift the left hand to the side for a nice twist. And exhale, step it back to plank. Come on to your left side, plank. Stacking hips, stacking shoulders. Maybe lift your right leg up. Maybe bringing it forward, grabbing that foot, planting it into your low lunge. So left knee to the mat. Inhale, dropping those hips, making sure your knee is in line with your ankle. Exhale, pulling back, anchoring that right heel into the floor. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. This is one of my favorite stretches because it really helps open those inner thighs, those hips, the quads. Inhale, forward, lift the left knee off the mat, step it back to plank. Now if you want to get real crazy here, well, I mean not that crazy, but I don't know, what am I doing? I'm in plank, guys. Okay, so lift back up into plank. You're gonna walk your hands forward slightly. Hold. Keeping your back flat. Lower abs engaged. Walk your hands forward again. Forward one more time. The further you go, the more you have to engage those low abs. Then walk them back. Going to do that 4 more times, so forward. Try not to move your hips. I know it's hard. And back. Hold. Drop your knees down. Coming into a child's pose. Breathe here. Press back up when you're ready. No rush. Coming into a hands and knees. Lift up. Downward facing dog. Last thing here in our more energetic section, we're going to do some froggy hops, which I'm not very good at, but we're working on it. So you want to bring toes and ankles together, knees out. Inhale, you're going to want to send your hips over your shoulders is the goal. Really pressing into those hands. Lift up. 5 of those. Come back to down dog. And then lift your right leg up. Send the knee to the outer edge of your mat, finding a pigeon. If you need a block under that right hip, feel free to do so. Sit up tall here, chest puffed out. If you would like, bend the left knee, being careful of your knee on the mat, maybe grabbing it with your left hand, pulling it forward, getting a quad stretch here. If you're really flexible, I don't know if I can today, some days I can, go in for that back bend. Whoop. Yeah, no. Yeah, yoga teachers are mess up too, we're all people. So drop that leg back. Sit up tall, try to get that foot parallel with the top edge of the mat. It's probably not gonna happen, just try. And then exhale, fold forward over that front leg. Breathe into your hips, wherever you're feeling it. Imagining an orb of energy flowing there. With each breath, it swirls and it releases any unwanted memories, thoughts, actions, stupid things you've done that you've stored away. I know we've all done some dumb things in our life that we regret, and we hold them there. But just let it go. You're not that person you once were. Purify your body with your breath. If you want to go deeper, walk your hands slowly to the left. And come back. Coming up onto your elbows, tuck that left foot under, pressing up into a downward dog, shaking that leg out, maybe just pedaling it. Ooh, Kraken. For some reason, I have this issue with my feet that whenever I walk around or like move them, they crack. It doesn't hurt, it's just like when you crack your knuckles. I don't know what it is. I can't sneak around anywhere, which sucks because they always just click, 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 click. The struggles of being me. All right, inhale, left leg up. Exhale, dropping the left knee to the outer edge of your mat, straightening the right leg behind you. Inhale, sitting up tall, chest forward. Maybe bend the right leg. Grabbing it with your right hand, pulling it in for a nice quad stretch. cool kid and going for that back bend. We'll see if I can be a cool kid this time. Yo, there we go. Oh, jinxed myself. My lower back is not like that. Got some issues there, but I still gotta flex. All right, coming back up, bringing that foot up as parallel as you can. Squaring off your hips. Inhale and exhale. Walking those hands out. Sinking into your pigeon. Breathing into that orb. The purifying orb of energy. You guys might have heard of the 7 chakras in our body that run along our spine. But there's also nadis in our body. They're other, not as strong energy centers, but they're still pretty major areas of conversion for the energy that flows in our body. And we've got some major nadis in our hips, which makes sense if you think about how much we store down there. Just emotional baggage. And I like to just imagine these nadis as like my favorite color of an orb just swirling around. Maybe it's white even, just more purifying and cleansing with the breath. Opening up and releasing those nadis. What I love about this pose is that at the end of it, you just feel like cleansed of everything. I come up and I'm like, whoa, I've been reborn. Pigeon. If you want, you can walk your hands out to the right for a deeper stretch. And if this pose is hard for you now, just take it easy. It's taken me a long time to be comfortable in here. The quarantines help because I can actually do my yoga each day, so I've become much more limber. Might not look that way because I still trip constantly over roots, but we're getting there. All right. Tuck that back toe under, lifting it up into downward facing dog. Now, just step or hop forward, legs front. I'm probably going over my little set timeline. I got so interested, but it's all good. Move the flesh away from your hip bones. Inhale, exhale, lengthening the spine over the knees, over the legs, maybe grabbing your toes and pulling in. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthening the spine, giving it room to go out. And exhale, come back up, bend your right knee. Inhale, exhale over the left. I like this because it helps stretch that right hip, the right low back, I mean. Inhale, coming up here, grabbing your right leg, bring sole of the foot to the elbow crease, shaking it out for a bit. If you want to really power up, send your shoulder under that knee. Inhale, lift up. Whoa there, kids. Maybe cross the left leg over the right, coming to chaturanga arms, and coming back. Release that, pedaling it out. Then the left leg, inhale, exhale, fold over the right. Feeling it in that low back, your left low back. Inhale, coming up, foot to elbow crease, shaking it, sitting up tall. Send the shoulder under the knee if you want. Inhale, press up, core up, power up. cross right foot over left, send them to the side, chaturanga arms. Come back up, drop it. Now come to the side, legs out wide. Inhale and exhale with your feet flexed, back flat. Maybe move the flesh away again so your pelvis is tilted forward. Exhale, you're gonna fold forward, planting the hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Keeping your quads engaged. Flexing those feet. Breathing into it. It's so important to remember to breathe. I always struggle with that, especially with climbing and other things. When I get frantic, I just stop up and I can't breathe. And that just piles on to the anxiety and the stress. Just breathe with it. Inhale, walk your hands up. Bend your right knee, bring the sole of your right foot to your thigh, the inner thigh. Inhale, tee your arms. Place your left hand down, reaching right hand up over your head for a nice side stretch. Love this one. Maybe connecting hand to your foot, but don't collapse your chest. If you would like to take compass, grab that foot using your left hand to press you up, threading left hand under the space you've created. Gaze up. And exhale, release. Straighten your right leg, bend your left leg. Sole of the foot comes to the inner thigh. Inhale and exhale, reaching over your head. Maybe connecting feet, maybe not. Gazing up, really breathing into that side body. This is great. I don't know, I messed up my hip somehow. This is great for that, just breathing into it. If you'd like to take a compass, inhale, lifting the right leg up, threading left hand through the gap. Gaze up at your left armpit. Whoa, I'm such a cool kid. That's what this pose says, whoa there. And exhale, release. All right, we're gonna try as a fun little last minute thing. We're gonna try to do a tortoise pose. So for tortoise, come to your mat with your legs out in a diamond position. So first take your soles of your feet together like you're going into a cobbler's pose and extend them out a little bit so it looks like a diamond in your legs. All right, inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, you're going to send your shoulders, your hands through and under your knees. Like so. You might want to spread your legs out. All right, stay here if you'd like. Inhale, exhale, sinking deep. And feel it in your hips. Maybe wrap those hands, ooh, the kraken. Try to clasp them above your back. I don't know if this is a way to see this very well, but you've got your feet, your hands under, grabbing opposite hands. There we go. Stay here and breathing into it. You're a tortoise now. Now all the cool, really advanced whoa there yogis can bring their feet over their heads. I mean, if you're one of those people, go for it. I'm gonna see if I can even reach my foot over my head. Nah, fam. Nah, fam, we can't. So we're just gonna respect the body wherever you are. And breathe here. Nice shoulder opener. And exhale, slowly releasing the hands from under your shoulders. Bend your knees. What would a yoga practice be without some boat? Yeah, fam. I say that a lot because I'm Gen Z and I like to sound cool, and all the cool kids say fam. So, grabbing inner thigh, feet parallel, maybe straighten those legs, extend the hands, chest forward, plugging the hands, the shoulders into their socket, really engaging those lower abs. Maybe crossing hands to either side, rowing your boat, staying stable. And hold. Now arch your back, lower vertebrae by vertebrae to the ground, keeping those legs lifted. Pressing low back into the mat. Hold. Come knees up. Parallel with your hip. We're gonna do plowing and call it a day. Yeah, what was I thinking? Alright. Inhale and exhale. Bring your hands to the small of your back. Lifting up if you want into a, what do you call this thing? Shoulder stand, guys. Now you really want to use your core and your back muscles to lift you. Make sure your chin is away from your chest so you're not compressing your neck. Engaging those legs. Don't move your neck side to side. Exhale, maybe drop the feet behind you, coming to plow. Maybe you want to send your hands back to your feet. Try not to compress your neck. Very important because it can cause some neck discomfort. If you want to go to dead man's pose, bringing knees to the ears. Inhale and exhale. Come back up to shoulder stand. Lower vertebrae by vertebrae. Pressing those feet down. Hover. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale into Shavasana. Staying here for a few breaths. Feeling grounded with your mat and connected to the earth. Maybe feeling more open, more power. Noticing any sensations in your body. If you'd like to go through a little scan of your body from head to toes, go through that, slowing down the breath. Now you can stay here as long as you want. If you're ready, wiggle your fingers and toes. Bring your knees into your chest. Maybe rock it around a little bit. Roll over to one side. Sending your gratitude towards the earth. Press back up into a seated position with your legs crossed. Inhale and exhale, hands to your heart. I'm so glad all of you made it today. Even though it's getting hot and I'm not really a hot person, it's going to be a beautiful day. Inhale and exhale. Maybe think of something or someone you're grateful for. Sending that gratitude out towards the world. Hands to your forehead. Thank you for joining.